So, I guess this one is recording. I guess, yes, it fucking is. And yeah, this one's gonna be again about thoughts, about ideas. Well, thoughts about ideas, no thoughts on life, ideas on life, and quite, well, something pretty philosophical, maybe even. And with that being said, hello, welcome back to the next episode of the Self-Development with Tactics fucking podcast. I should actually make one episode where I'm not swearing. I was actually thinking about this while I was just, heading to the train today, actually, because I thought, what? There must be one episode where I do not quite swear. Maybe I'm just trying it for the rest of the episode. Maybe actually not, I'll see. I guess I'll see. I'll see how I'll actually do. It is just the problem there is that it is just really in my mind. It is just so subconscious that I can't really control it, which is a little bit messed up. Especially then when I do just have to speak just proper English without swearing. When I'm at some other one's place or at someone's place that might not when I'm swearing around all day long. I nearly did it again. But yeah. So as I've said already in the intro, or as you've heard already in the intro, we're going ahead with the James Clear article that we've started yesterday, actually. For all the podcast listeners, there might be the fact that, I haven't uploaded one of the episodes that I've recorded yesterday, which means, I do actually, I don't need that. The problem that I'm facing right now is that I do just use a lot of my CPU. This is that, yeah. Which I should actually not do. Can't I delete things like that? This maybe does something. And it really does, it's pretty interesting. I've just deleted a scene, or source or thing or window actually that is not actually in use, I'm not using it, but still it's just taking up quite a lot of my CPU. Maybe I should actually kind of tidy this up a little bit once again as well. I just see that I'm a little bit too big. No, everything is fine. I'm pretty fucking pumped for this episode, actually. I'm really looking forward to it, and I've really been looking forward to it, especially because, it is what I like to do. I sit there, just talk about things that I like, and I gain so much things, and, I'm able to just provide something for other people. It is just so amazing. It is just, what can I say? But it is just amazing. It really is just amazing. But yeah, I think I'll just start ahead again and try to read as well as possible. And I'm not gonna stress myself out today, I guess. Which is actually the best thing about really short ones or really short articles. I can just stick to them and just talk as long about them as I'm willing to do it, which is nice, because just stressing myself out to just being able to finish it as as on time as possible. It can be pretty stressful, and I just closed the windows. If you thought okay, what is this guy doing? By the way, just because I remember it, there's my Instagram. So for all the YouTube viewers, there is the Instagram. Check it out. Follow me. Or is it? No, it's not subscribe. Is it following? Well, I don't actually know. Just, follow me, subscribe to me, just do something. I'm actually every day on this platform and I don't know. Follow me on Instagram and or on Twitter and Facebook and everywhere you want to have my stuff being around or have me being around. Would be nice. Would really be nice. All the links are down in the description, by the way. And also for all the podcast listeners, all the links are down in the description. All of them. So start before you feel ready or you're really ready. So if you have a goal, the most important thing is to start. Do not wait for motivation. If it is not there, it will come after starting. Most of us begin at the same place with no money, no resources, no contacts, no experience. The difference is that some people, which are the winners, choose to start anyway. Having the courage to start is more important than succeeding because the people who consistently get started are the only ones who can end up finishing anything. If you can't find anyone to support you, be bold and start anyway. you'll find supporters along the way, which is actually something that is very important for me as well. And do just hear, there's a little echo for the next episode that I'm recording. I might just, as well as yesterday actually, just get my setup a little bit different, because yesterday I just, put a bunch of clothes on my table so that I do just somehow reduce the amount of echo there is, because when I'm speaking, it's probably just, hitting my PC first of all, and the screen, and the screens actually, then as well the table and other various things that are on my table, and all these things just reflect the sound, which might or might not be so good. I guess it is not really that good. I might just fix it right now so that the episode is better. Yeah, I guess I'll do so. I'm really sorry, by the way, because I I always just kind of do something in between the episode that I should probably just do before the episode, but I always just remember it just really in the episode, which is, well, I could just do it differently, but I think there are just worse things than that. But yeah, let's actually see if this makes a difference. But I somehow hear, it could actually be some placebo effect as well. I don't know, but I kind of feel like this just made it so much better. It really made it better, and I don't know why. Even though I just surround myself a little bit with it, it is really not that much. It is something. It looks stupid, even though I do think it helps somehow. So yeah, at my point of view, you should definitely start doing. Something that I've also been thinking about, and something that I've also just been having in my head is the whole thing. Okay, after I finish school, I will do this and that. I'm gonna study this and that, and then I'm just work on this and that. Well, I don't know. I believe that we all have, such enormously big opportunities here, especially through the internet. And some people notice it, some people don't notice it, which is a shame, I guess, because we all can just start, no matter what you're willing to do. And I've been speaking about it, I think, yesterday as well. Yeah, it should have been yesterday, or it must be yesterday. Well, it has to be yesterday. If you want to be a rapper, you can just be a rapper. You can try to be a rapper or get a rapper. You can start today recording some things. It is probably possible only with your phone. Probably, I don't actually know. And it got so easy. You do just have to record a song, record, some lyrics. Then you just have to get the beat. Well, of course, there are some free beats on YouTube as well. Maybe you do just have to give credit to those creators as well, which is great, because, they're creators, and you as a rapper are also a creator or just an artist, it depends on how you think about it. Even though I think about myself also as an artist, yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's it. But anyway, I do believe that we all can start. We all can start. Of course, we do not have the best equipment. Of course, I'm not even saying that you need to have the best equipment. A lot of big YouTubers do not even have the best equipment for what they're doing. They just have a lot of following, or they do just have a big community because of their personality, I guess, and because of how they are, and because of what videos that they're making, and not pretty much what quality the videos are, or what qualities the video have, actually. Even though I do also have to say quality does somehow matter. It is really not like, okay, you can just post the shittiest thing on earth and people will follow you. Of course not. There just has to be some bottom line of just quality, but my quality isn't perfect either. I'm still doing it. I do just have a fucking phone as a microphone. I'm using my PC that I just had to buy. I do not have any lamps. The lamp that I'm using is, most of the times I can't find it, unfortunately, which is just a small LED light, which is really bright and which I got from my girlfriend, actually. I've saw it and I've been like, okay, can I have it? She said, yeah, of course, just, take it, which was nice, because it just really upgraded the whole thing. But it really is often not about the quality. You can just be, you can be the shittiest rapper there is, even though having just the best microphone there is, and you're just still gonna be shitty. You're gonna sound good. You're really gonna sound good, and everyone can clearly see and or hear that you're not a good rapper. there's also, I think, some kind of, way of actually, well, telling people more that you're bad through just having better quality. I guess no. But the thing really is, nobody needs just better quality, For sure, throughout the years, I'm also going to upgrade the quality. Of course, I'm going to do it, But in the meantime, it is just perfect what I'm having right now, I do not need more than what I'm having at the time, I really don't need a new microphone. I really don't need a new PC, even though I do just have some lags here and there. I do not need just, some soft boxes at the time. I'm pretty lit up. I'm pretty lit up enough, I guess. It is really not that bad. It really is not. I really don't think that you need better quality. I think you just have to develop how your videos are made, how you are in the videos, how you speak in the videos. These are all things that you're going to develop, and you're going to just experience throughout the years you're doing this, or throughout the months and days and weeks. You're just pretty much working on your craft, it is this thing. You see this thing? If you've just heard a tone or some sound, some crazy sound, which is like splashing something out, it is this thing. It actually prevents my room from stinking so incredibly just much. It helps me. It really helps me. It really also helps me to just stay in here without actually feeling in, in a room with, 20 cows and 50 chickens and 7 goats. Because when you're coming into my room, you could probably think of something like this just by the smell I'm having in here. And it is because of me. It is because of me, because I stink like... Yeah, anyways, out of my ass. What's going on today? Well, yeah, now it is lagging, and I don't know why. I should probably actually just, delete some things here and there. Yes, please do this. Slider. I do just have 2 color sources, which I do not understand. But I don't know. I do think in general I do just have to tidy up a little bit. All the rest should be okay, I assume. But yeah, let's actually go ahead. Let's actually go ahead and move on and see what is coming up there. You might have just seen some subscribe thing, and I hope that you just heard me throughout the whole thing. Something that I'm trying, because I guess, if you do just get remembered to subscribe, especially in the first, minute, I guess, where people actually watch this, because people are not really sticking to the content that I'm just, providing. I do maybe have to also upgrade the content, or just make different content than what I'm doing right now. If I clearly see after 5 years that it is not working, well, I'll just have to see. Actually, further reading, successful people start before they really are ready, or before they feel ready, which is another article from James Clear, which you could check out. The link to this article that I'm on right now should be down in the description, so if you want to check it out, just please do it. Push yourself physically. We live in a physical world, and we are meant to live a physical life. Of course, this might even change, in a few years, I guess. Maybe, who knows, I don't know. Challenging your own body is the greatest method for discovering the strength of your mind. No, is it nowhere? I think it's nowhere. Is this more true than with strength training? There will be days when you don't feel like coming into the gym. There will be sets that you don't feel like finishing. And there will be times when everyone else in the gym will see you fail. And if you keep showing up anyway, then you will develop the mental fortitude, to get past failure, work when you don't feel like it, and discover what you're really made of mentally and physically. Too many people are soft mentally because they're so soft physically, which I guess is actually quite the truth, I guess. Even though, I also just have to say, it sounds like, so strange and so kind of critical, and whatsoever. It is the case, I guess. People just are pretty soft, and people got pretty soft. Fortunately, I do just have to say, because we are living in just days that are amazingly well. There is no war, at least not in many places, or at least not in all places, like there were 50 years ago. Well, 70 years ago, 80 years ago, actually. Was it? Well, of course, 80 years ago, but also 50 years ago. Second World War ended in 1945, and now we have 2019. It is some years. It's fortunately is some years since we had the last World War, and I'm really not hoping that there's going to be another one. But you can still see, and I do think I'm not the only one, and James Clear is also, with me included, not the only one that is actually thinking this way, that people got soft. People really got soft, and I do also appreciate physical training, and I do believe that it is just a big part of you becoming just the best version of yourself, even though it sounds really cringy. This is something that, well, the same exact thing as, financial freedom. Yeah, do you want to have financial freedom? Do you want to be financially free? These are those catchphrases that, you see here and there, and that I actually do not like. But, but I still think just being physically fit as well is also very important for actually being mentally fit, because the correlation between or the connection between the mind and the body is just so incredibly strong, which I can see pretty often, quite all the time when I'm ill, and fortunately I am not ill at the time. I'm feeling amazing at the time. When I'm ill, and I'm laying in bed and I'm laying there, I'm just thinking like, okay, there are things, and I'm thinking about the things that I could be doing right at this certain moment when I'm laying in the bed. It really feels bad, and I really feel bad, when I do just see like, I feel mentally bad, when I just notice, okay, because of my physical disability to do just things that I'm willing to do, I feel bad. And I just really deeply feel the connection of the mind and the body, and how the mind can just deeply, deeply, deeply change how the body is feeling, and also just the other way around, I believe. Even though I do just have to say the mind to body thing, I think just is there way more often than the body to mind thing. Of course, you might just feel insecure because you're overweight. You might feel bad because you're overweight. Even though I just really have to say, if you're overweight, please don't feel bad about it. There's nothing to be ashamed about, being fat or being overweight. It is totally fine. It is totally good. And, I do just have to talk about something, 2 weeks ago, when I was at the airport in Munich, actually, I've seen a just relatively overweight boy. He was just huge. I think he was 2 meters high or something, or tall actually. It was just amazing. He was just a pretty tall guy. He still was, somehow overweight, and at least I interpreted it in this way. He was not. He was not looking like feeling good. He seemed not to look. He seemed not to feel pretty good. He seemed to feel just, really not good, really bad actually, and like somehow embarrassed, somehow pretty insecure as well. And I just somehow took two things and just connected them, and I thought like, okay, if he's overweight, it's actually the reason why he's just seemingly feeling so bad about himself. I really hope that he's just able to get over that, because it really should not be the case. You're just overweight, okay, give a fuck about it. I would just tell you to just lose weight, because I know that it is not good for your health, and I don't want you to fucking die with 70 or something just because you like to eat, or just because you are overweight actually. Being overweight is nothing bad. It is not the ideal in our society, but just give a fuck about that. DJ Khaled is also overweight. Biggie Small was also overweight, and those two guys are just really successful, or got really successful. Just, I don't know. Like, please don't be insecure just because of your overweight and things like that, and also how you look in general. Like, of course, I'm not, I might not be the just most handsome guy there is. Probably not, but I feel pretty good about myself. I really do. Further reading that would actually be why everybody should lift weights. And I do, by the way, think not everybody should lift weights, but I think just doing some body weight exercises, like just simple push-ups, chin-ups, pull-ups and squats and all those things, that are just pretty nice. And I think that are just, pretty easy to implement into your day. And it is also easy to just work out for, well, let's say 30 minutes a day. I think it's just not something that you will struggle with. I guess it would also just, make you happier, will make you just feel good about yourself because you're doing it. And I don't even want to say, and I don't even saying that you should do it every single day. I'm not working out myself every single day either. I'm working out every second day. And even this is just pretty high volume for me. I've used to just work out on Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. This was my schedule, because either way I would just feel really bad, and I would feel really kind of just ill as well, because I'm just having a really demanding day throughout the school years, or I had throughout the school years, with 40 hours plus, and then the whole social media thing as well. Well, it is just, I seemingly feel like, okay, I do just also have to rest, especially with the whole commuting and stuff like this. I just feel it, and you do just have to adapt to it. And you do just have to adapt to how you're feeling, to actually, not on purpose let you feel bad. Somehow, I guess, at least. And the next thing is create something rather than consuming something. Something that as well is something that's a pretty typical thing people say, like, please create and don't consume. Gotta have to talk about this later. So when you keys, what is keys? When you keys to make a contribution, hostilities had ceased, come to an end, come to a halt, come to a stop, and halt, stop, conclude, terminate, whatsoever. So when you keys to make a contribution, you begin to die. From Eleanor Roosevelt. So when you keys to make a contribution, you begin to die. I don't actually know what this actually means, but yeah. So too often we spend our lives visiting the world instead of shaping it. It is through the act of creating new experiences that we discover who we are and what is important to us. Cook a meal instead of buying one, play a game instead of watching one, write a paragraph instead of reading one. Don't just consume and also create. Further reading would be the easy way to live a short and unimportant life. I think I've actually gone through this already. All his articles he's actually having on his website are great. They really are all great. I actually do not want to generalize all of them, because I obviously went not through all of them. But still, through those that I went through, that are just amazing. And now I seem to be a little yellow. I gotta be a little white. Yeah, this is better. But I think actually the first thing that I'm going to upgrade is actually the lighting. Because, the camera quality from the MacBook, it is really not good. It is not good. We can debate about that, but it is not good. But what it does make it a little bit better is just having better lighting. But yeah. Live authentically. You have enemies? Good. That means you have stood up for something sometime in your life. From Winston Churchill. You have no responsibility to live up to someone else's expectation of you. Don't waste your life chasing what someone else says you should want instead of doing what is right for you. Take a stand for something you believe in. Sometimes you need to look society in the eye and tell the world to stuff it. Never compromise your values or your dreams. It is not the easy decision, but it is the right decision, which is something that I've also been talking about, but something that is just deeply in my mind as well. Like choosing the right thing over the easy thing. And you can clearly and often see that the right thing is not the easy thing. Actually tidying up something somebody else did because it is right is not easy. Reading the extra paragraph because of various reasons, I don't know, is or could be the right thing and not the easy thing, because you don't obviously want to fucking read this paragraph. It is often the case that those hard things, those things that are tough, those things that are just, feeling like, okay, you do not want to do them, feel like exhausting, are the right things. And the easy ones are those things that are just obviously not right. Often actually it is the case that, which always also depends on how you think about it, that those easy things are as well the good things. and or just the right things. There are so many variations. That must just be the case. This is the last one, and we're finishing just really great on time. Amazing, really amazing. Give away your ideas, take no credit, and share your victories. Team accomplishment is far greater than individual achievement. To make your work matter, share it with someone. Giving is the greatest joy. There is no sense in pointing fingers, making claims, or demanding recognition. Pretty much every day, every idea you have ever had isn't yours. It's the result of something you read, something you were taught, or something that happened to you. Embrace the learning experience that is life, and share the knowledge you stumble across freely. Ideas that are hoarded help no one. Success follows generosity. Actually, really the case. Unfortunately, until now, I guess with the diploma, have never been in the kind of position where I thought about actually having some ideas, some thoughts, some experience, something that other people could contribute of, that I'm actually not sharing. But with the diploma, I guess I've just seen something, I've just noticed something, I've just got something that I might also share. Even though I just actually have to say that there must be fear, or there has to be fear of someone just taking your idea, someone taking your idea and doing something out of it, and you not getting any recognition or any attention or admiration for that. I believe in that. I believe that people are feeling this way. But yeah, on the other hand, you do just also have to say, okay, if you won't do something with that idea yourself, why won't you give it to anybody else or to someone else? You can do that, and I don't think this is going to hurt you, or this would hurt you that much at least, because they're gonna do something with it. Maybe you can partner with them and just be like, okay, you get my ideas, you get my thinking, you get those things that I've achieved and or just experienced throughout the years, and you're gonna then just do it, and I get some credit for it, and I get just half of the money for it, but you don't have to think about a new idea. Could also be something that Seth Godin did with one of his books, because I don't remember the books, because he has written so many books. I don't know all of them, and I don't even think that anybody knows all of them, because some of them might just be somewhere in the holy grails of Seth Godin's books or something. So, that just have been various books that have been written by teams of him and not really by him. But one of the books he was actually talking about in Tim Ferriss' podcast. Actually, it was just a really amazing episode with Seth and Tim, especially because Seth is such an incredibly just cool person, I guess, and just individual person. I don't know any fucking body that is like Seth. Seth is Seth. Seth is just amazing. He really is. You gotta have to check him out. You really gotta have to check him out. And also his podcast Akimbo. It is AKIMBO. It is just really amazing. It really fucking is amazing. It's just bonkers. I don't actually know what it means, but I assume that it's just something just incredibly nice. Actually pretty dumb saying words that you don't understand. Yes. But yeah, never mind. So he was teaming up with somebody that was just researching something, or that just knew a lot, and they said okay, you get my ideas, you get my knowledge, you get my, I think it was about a script actually, you get my script, but I get mentioned, I'm the co-author of it and whatsoever, and or he gets half of the money. I think it was Seth gets the script, but the guy gets half of the money, and Seth has to do everything on his own. So he has to write the book, everything on his own, which is, a lot of work. Just writing a book, I assume, at least. Even though Seth was writing a book every month for 10 years, I guess, which is, amazing, insane, actually. But yeah, this is actually it with the episode. The episode has been just pretty... Now everything's lagging again. I don't know why, this is happening. But yeah. So yeah. I'm sorry. This is it with the episode. I do hope that you've enjoyed it. I do hope that you've learned something. Again, this kind of thing above me, there. And yeah, I wish you the best health, wealth, happiness, and success. And I also hope that you're going to remind yourself on how you're gonna be remembered. Which means, like, yeah, your legacy. Because you totally have it in your control. You have it in your control, in your hands. How people are going to remember you. Whether they are going to remember you as a good person or as a bad person, as a shitty person, or as just a super generous, kind, nice person. It is in your hands, even though we can't serve everyone. Like, for sure, some people won't like you just because, just by default, just because, well, even because of them and not because of you. But yeah, this is it. Thank you very much for listening and or watching. I see you the next time, I hope.